So, ghost pipe, Monotropa Uniflora, basically a plant with one flower, is an epiphyte. It has a symbiotic relationship with the mycorrhizal fungi in old-growth conifer forests. This is not an old-growth conifer forest. It might have been at some point, but it's been logged and come back many times. It's pretty dry right now. You tend to find it in the semi-shaded areas. Let's see if I can actually get anywhere. Semi-shaded areas. There's a specimen of it. Another one. So for perspective, this is where we found that particular specimen. Can I focus? There we go. So if I zoom out, we are on a trail. There's a bit of a clearing here. It seems to like the areas with a lot of depth and seems to be very has a preference for being close to these conifers. That seems to be its thing. And so everywhere we've seen it, it's kind of in a shaded area adjacent to the conifers, in the debris under the conifers.
So you want to bring your alcohol out with you and snip it straight into the alcohol. Can you...
So we only took 2 flowers off of this patch. So we have quite a few patches here, and there's quite a few that we're just leaving alone completely. I'm curious to see what is going to happen with the ghost pipe around here, because there's a big clear cut that just happened this year in our area, right adjacent to us. Of course, we're still on our property here. We've kept the forest. We're going to try and kind of get it into a healthier state so it doesn't all burn down. But overall, we've kept the forest, but the border of it ends pretty quickly. And suddenly you're in a clear cut, and there's quite a few ghost pipe patches in that clear cut, so I'm curious what's going to happen there.
This is very interesting, isn't this puppy?
One more, because he added an extra mark.
Yeah.
It's another patch. So here's another patch. We only took one out of this. This area looks like it burned at some point. You can see all this black, and parts of it look charred. That could also be fungus. And then we're about to hit the clear cut here. You can see it getting brighter. Here is the disaster area. Big old clear cut. Right on the edge here, there's a lot of ghost pipe. I'm going to assume that there was probably ghost pipe underfoot when they were clear cutting, but it wasn't something they probably noticed. Here's another small patch right on the edge. of big old clear cut. So curious to see how this patch is going to do in the future because it's now on the edge of a clear cut.
And I went like deep on this side.
Sun setting. Yeah, we're on our road now. So that was that last patch was pretty close to the road. So I was thinking, this looks like it burned, and then I see this. Which all looks pretty clearly. So here's another patch.
This one's right on the edge. We're going to take this one.
So it grows, so the legend says, wherever friends have quarreled. I can see that around here. It grows wherever friends have quarreled.
Oh.
A lot of anger in the woods.
That are real
Teensy.
teensy.
You're very dispersed in this area. It's not like really one patch.
These ones are sticky on the outside.
So, super squishy area here. Seems to be what it likes.
Yes. Rose came to that conclusion as well, an observation she made. It does like the ground that seems to be more hollow underneath.
It's just lots of rotting wood under us. And then they found a patch. It's in kind of a different spot where there's more sun. And it's more open and more compact and less debris. So safe to say it's not just one place, one type of place that it grows. It's a little bit of variety. And adjacent to that patch, it's another patch right here, which is in more of that debris area.
Okay.
Another patch near those.
I haven't seen him
See what the surroundings kind of look
Out.
like.
in the
Somewhat open here.
before. So that's promise.
This is so cool.
It is a non-chlorophyll symbiotic plant similar to ghost pipe in that it relies on the root structure of the mushrooms that rely on the root structure of the trees.
Mycorrhizal fungi.
Oh, it's sticky too.
Almost looks like a bunch of tiny fruits.
Yeah, you should feel it, boyfriend.
Callie. Callie cat.
There we go. Here it is.
Oh.
So the recipe is 32 to a quart and let them sit in the alcohol for a month.
Yes, it's right over there. There's sawmills right over there. Yeah.
Here's a close-up view of what they look
The ones
like.
we got the other day are already, purple. It doesn't mean it's ready yet.
Here's what another patch looks like up close. And if you look at them from a distance. So in our adventure here, we've harvested from a few patches, only taking maybe 1 or 2 flowers from each. And we've walked maybe a couple acres, maybe 4 acres tops, and found enough patches to do a batch. So it's quite prolific in this area. The thing is, if you're in an area where it's not able to grow, you can't grow it, can't propagate it, can't really be cultivated. So it isn't common, but it's common in places where it grows.